Hey, welcome to the Tuesday show. I am UltraDavid. You are James Chen.
How is everybody going?
Please let us know how it looks and if everything. Can you hear us? Etc.
Exactly. I did have the settings wrong yesterday, so now it was set to 360. 640 by 360. Now I have it by full 1280 by 720.
So we should look nice. You should be able to see every unfortunate pore in our body.
Well, let's see what people say. So people are calling it ultra crisp. Okay, they say all good. All good.
Sweet.
Okay.
We got a new computer over here, so
yes,
it's putting in some good work, apparently. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff, hence the title of the episode. First, we're going to talk about Smash news. We're going to talk about Capcom news. We're going to talk about tournaments that happened.
Tournaments that are coming up.
Yes, that's right. A whole bevy of things. Kickstarters going on. Yes. Games coming to North America. All sorts of stuff. But like I said, we're going to start off with news from Nintendo about Smash.
Yes, and this is pretty big. Yeah. So we basically went from Nintendo last year trying to shut down the EVO stream to this year. Now at E3, they're doing their own 16-man invitational tournament there. And I mean, is the tournament for Melee or for the new Smash?
Well,
that's the question.
Actually, the sources that I've read, which are just Shoryuken and Event Hubs, they don't. They say Super Smash Bros. Wii U.
Okay, so it'll be the new one. So they're gonna have a 16-man invitational for the new Smash Brothers game, which would still be pretty cool.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
are you serious?
For sure.
Like it would be cool if it were Melee or Brawl because people know how to play that game, obviously.
Right.
Those games, but I really want to see the new stuff.
Dude, and the fact that they're acknowledging, like, I hope they bring in a lot of, like, the top players.
I would think that they would. I mean, it would be strange if they had an invitational tournament and they didn't invite, like, who else would they invite? Right. That would be weird.
Exactly. So, I mean, again, this is really cool. They're starting to throw this event here. I don't know if were there any extra announcements about future events they want to do? Because they even use terms like Smash Fest, which is apparently a very common, a term that they use in the Smash community, right? So, yeah. I
mean, that's awesome. But I'm not sure what the future plans are. According to these releases, there's going to be more info coming up. But that's it at the start. Yeah, I think it's amazing and and like unlikely and all sorts of stuff. Considering if you don't remember what happened at EVO last year, just to recap. Obviously, Super Smash Bros. Melee was part of EVO, and it had a lot of people competing. It was very big. Lots of people were really looking forward to it. Ultimately, it did very well on stream, but before the tournament started, Nintendo announced that they wouldn't allow the game to be played in the tournament or on stream.
Well,
on stream.
Yeah, the tournament could proceed, but they weren't going to let them broadcast.
Exactly,
it, so,
and that's their right as the copyright owner. I'm sad to tell everybody that right is one of theirs. So they could legally do that. But there was such an outcry that within a very short period of time, Nintendo backtracked on that.
Right.
I mean, it was really a short period of time. And I remember the entire internet blowing up about it. It wasn't just the fighting game community. It seemingly spread all over the place.
Yeah, like everyone picked it up. Like Giant Bomb was picking up news and stuff like that. So everybody was going crazy about it. And I always joke that it was really literally in the span of the flight from here to Las Vegas that the decision was overturned. And that flight's like 40 minutes or something like that.
I mean, seriously. I remember stopping off at the side of the road, and I just happened to see the news then. I was getting some snacks or something on the way to EVO. And by the time, then I hopped in my car after complaining for like half an hour on Twitter. I hopped back in my car, and I continued to drive. And when I got to the hotel and got all settled in, and I checked Twitter again, already things had changed. So
nice.
Anyway, that was what happened last year. At the Games Done Quick, most recent one, if you recall, they actually gave I believe a Wii U and a copy of Wind Waker for Wii U to be used at the event, which kind of signified to me, or signaled that like maybe they were changing their views, but it wasn't as direct, obviously.
Right. Actually, can you slide that mic closer to you? People are saying that you sound off-centered.
You got it.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Here, let me scoot over a little bit more. Okay, there you go. Go for it. Continue.
Okay. Anyway, but we have had reports that they're taking, or maybe not reports, but it's been implied that they're taking the competitive scene more seriously in the way that they're addressing and have announced things for the new Smash, in the way that they've talked about stuff. Right, when they had one of the more recent like releases of characters and updates, they specifically mentioned like, oh, we know in the last game Yoshi had these problems.
Yeah.
We're trying to address them.
Exactly.
Bowser had these problems, right? Stuff like that, and that made everybody think that they're really paying attention to the competitive side. But this is explicit at this point.
Yeah. So I mean, it's really great news, and I mean, it's such a change from what they were doing before. I mean, obviously a lot of people are super hype, and some people are going pretty crazy about this whole announcement thing. I mean, I talked about this on Twitter a little earlier today. I still want people just to kind of calm down a little bit, and because I see a lot of people almost kind of reacting like, we've won, you know, it almost feels that way. Like, Nintendo was with us, we've succeeded, Smash will succeed now, and all this stuff like that. But to be honest with you, we're still not 100% sure what their involvement's going to be after Smash Wii U comes out and such. Are they going to allow Smash Brothers Melee to continue, or are they going to try to force everybody to go to the new Smash, and stuff like that? So we honestly don't know what the situation is just yet, so I feel like it's still a little premature to be a little too gung-ho about this, but overall, it's definitely a great thing, so, and we should definitely seize this opportunity, work with Nintendo as much as possible, and again, I repeat, thank them on Twitter, try to be as friendly and helpful to them as possible, and hopefully at that, they'll see the benefits of it. And frankly, Nintendo could use a lot of good press right now.
I guess that's true.
So, because the Wii U obviously is not doing so well. So
the other related news was that during E3, Best Buy will have a nationwide public demo of Super Smash Bros. Wii U, so anybody can just show up to a Best Buy and try the game out. So if you can't make it to E3, which is most humans, then you still have a chance to play the game.
Yeah, so. Which is awesome. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah. I usually make it to E3, although I was thinking about not going this year. But now I think I'm gonna. I would really like to see the Smash event. Okay. I think that'd be so sick.
Yeah, that'd actually be really... I mean, I gotta imagine it's gotta be streamed, right?
I would hope so.
But see, that would be sick. Like, what if they actually got like Alpha Clash or like
that would be great.
Yeah, one of the Smash crews out there to stream it.
Camp.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
It would be really cool. I don't know that we should expect that, that degree of community awareness and interaction.
Right.
But anything is better than how it used to be, and I think you're right that people should specifically try to write to Nintendo and let them know that you think this is cool. And, try to give them ideas. I'm sure there's some intern working the Twitter there, and maybe that intern will pass info on.
I mean, let's face it, Nintendo, they've got some good franchises here. If Nintendo can really do something good here, if they could turn their own competitive league, like if they had a Smash Brothers, a Pokemon, and a Mario Kart.
Pokemon, yeah. That's true.
And Mario Kart, can you imagine that? Like, if they really tried to go the Riot path and really gear this towards... I mean, like I said, I hate saying this. I'm a Nintendo fanboy.
I know.
They're running out of options here because their console is dying a quick death here.
Yeah.
And so they need to do something. And I have a Wii U. I love it. I think it's a great console. It's just, obviously not enough people are developing for it and such like that. So, but this is a huge opportunity for them. So if we can... Who knows what it could lead to if Smash works out well for them in terms of like a competitive kind of game,
And I remember that they were calling for people to commentate for that Pokemon event.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is a thing. Do you know something about a Mario Kart league or something? Or
No, I'm just saying
that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Because the other two, there seem to be concrete things that are happening for Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just think Mario Kart... Well, obviously... Mario Kart's not designed for that because of...
Right. Although Smash wasn't... It was explicitly not designed for that for the previous game. they've tried to make it so it wouldn't be competitive. So, and then they've changed that for this most recent version. So, you never know.
Dude, it would be really cool if they included, because Smash is so customizable. If they did that for Mario Kart,
if they had like competitive, if they had like the Final Destination only stage, but in the Mario Kart context,
no,
I don't mean just stage. I mean like item choices.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so just basically kill the blue shell, because the blue shell is.
Dude, there are lots of BS.
Oh yeah,
weapons in that. There's a lot of stupid stuff.
But I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, again, I'm a Mario Kart fanboy. I played the DS one forever.
I can't even tell you how many hours I spent in DS.
I made top 8 at Evo the year they had Mario Kart.
All right.
So and Glenn Craven's GYT beat me in that. He got higher place. He got top 8 as well.
Dang.
Still wanted to get him because he knew how to dodge blue shells. At the time, I didn't know. And I was in second place on Luigi's Mansion. And he was ahead of me in a blue shell. I was like, yes! Yeah. And then he dodged it, and I was so mad. Yeah. I can do it now.
I mean, once you know what it is.
Yeah. But, I mean, dude, there's so many ways you could make those items fair and balanced, even as broken as they are. Like, I've thought about it way too much. I have all these balancing ideas.
That would be really
cool
for
Mario Kart items.
I mean, I don't know that we should expect that, but that would be really cool to see. So that's it for the Nintendo stuff, but they're not the only developer that had a major tournament-related announcement in the past week.
That is correct.
The other one came out of Capcom. And as everybody knows, Capcom is doing this Capcom Pro Tour throughout the year, making it so that there are events that are qualifiers for the Capcom Cup in December. And you qualify by outright winning some tournaments or by garnering points over a series of tournaments. So EVO is the biggest tournament of the year. As everybody knows, there are going to be 1 million people competing there, and so it's going to be the biggest single qualifier. I think it was like worth 4 times or 3 times the amount of points as every other event. Yeah, I think that totally makes sense. And on top, this is for Street Fighter 4, I should say. And as for prize, they are going to be giving a bonus of $10,000. For the prize pool.
Which is really good.
It's huge.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it is divided between... it's not winner takes all. So.
That's what it...
Yeah, so, but I mean, I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. And you know, and again, all the other events have been getting bonus pots too. Like NCR and Final Round got $2,000 extra bonus pot as well. But, you know, the fact that they're putting more money into all these events like that, again, I love the way that Capcom USA is doing this, basically, because they're just working with all the events, giving bonus pot money to a lot of different events, you know, rewarding them points, ranking points even for the ones that aren't the premier events, which just gives more people reason to go to those events. And they've done a great job because they're trying to cover all the different areas. Like, if you look at their ranking right now, a lot of the players are from Europe in there, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, there are many people playing across the world.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. By the way, Mr. Wizard mentioned that the prize money will be distributed throughout the top 16.
Oh, top 16.
Not just even top 8.
Okay. Cool.
That's great.
Yeah, and I mean, just from initial word as well, I mean, it just sounds like this EVO is getting even crazier than last year. Like, apparently Smash is in contention with Marvel for the second highest. Yeah.
Is that so?
I saw a tweet, I think it was from Kaneda, or somebody tweeted out, like, Smash is, like, about to pass up Marvel. Like, it has the potential to be the second most played game at EVO. So
good job to that scene.
I know. Dude, talk about...
That's so sick.
Can you imagine, like, 4 years ago, they were just like, well, we had a good run, folks. You know, Melee had its time. Who knew 4 years later, you know, or whatever the lowest point was, that all of a sudden, like, Smash is the talk of the town, and the players are getting sponsored and picked up by, you know, lots of different teams. I mean, there's a lot of news on that, too. Just Smash players getting picked up by Curse and all these different groups. Unfortunately, I don't remember.
I think we talked about that when that news was coming out.
There was a couple more since then.
Did that just happen?
Yeah, like one guy actually just got hired as the team manager for one of the teams, and I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, but those guys, dude, like, shout out to that scene. So.
For sure. And now Nintendo's taking notice. So I think that's it for the developer tournament stuff.
Yeah.
For this little segment here. So do you want to? So we still have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
King of New York, Sega Cup, Too Old, Too Furious. Talk about all that stuff. We'll talk about upcoming tournaments in Northwest Majors and this Kuwaiti thing that I'm going to. But you want to take a break?
Yeah,
right
let's
now?
just take a quick
Let's
break. Okay.
Be back in a bit. Dude, we just got the craziest news.
Yeah, Nimbus wrote in our chat that apparently in Mario Kart 8 you will be able to turn off items.
What?
Dude.
That's so great.
Dude. Competitive Mario Kart.
Yeah,
I know, yeah. Oh, I'm so excited about that.
That's going to be awesome, man.
Okay, good stuff, good stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we even looked it up for confirmation, and it's true.
Dude, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. Because to this day, I still think, in terms of all competitive video games, the blue shell is the worst conceptual item. Except in Mario Kart 64. In Mario Kart 64, the blue shell worked. In every other game, it was
what was different in 64? I don't remember now.
So it didn't explode and pop you up in the sky. It was just like a red shell, and it traveled along the track.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Right? So it could hit everybody else. It was just ridiculous to me that you get an item in 8th place that beats up 1st place and does you no good.
Yeah, totally. you know what item I actually really hate is the bullet bill item.
Oh, yeah.
Because it drives you really fast and it hits a lot of people and you don't have to control yourself. It's just like...
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Anyway, there's a bunch of stuff in that game that we can now turn off, turns out. Let's move on to stuff that has happened most recently, because there were some very interesting events that just happened over the past week. We'll start off with the Sega Cup, which is for Virtua Fighter, of course. They were actually $15,000 on the line.
Yes.
And if you have any interest in VF or 3D games or anything, I really hope that you watch this thing. It was on the Level Up channel.
I actually stopped by for a little bit.
Were you there?
Yeah,
okay,
I actually
that's cool.
Stop by for a short period. I hung out with LA Akira for a little bit and talked with him and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Fudo won the whole thing. Second place was Itazan. Probably shouldn't be too much of a surprise, I guess.
Right.
They were a couple of foreigners, obviously from Japan, who are major names in that game, and they came out for this.
Didn't Fudo win last year as well?
I think so.
Yeah. He was first or second last year.
Yeah, definitely. Third place was Fudo with Shun and Leon, Itazan with Shun, Rocket third place with Brad, Chofu K Sarah with
Takarashi.
Renzo with Brad, Shidosha with
good job to Shidosha.
Yeah, definitely with Takarashi. IU Fanboy with Kage and El Blaze, and then Kamais Ukin with Pi.
Yeah. I just want to give a little special shout out to 13th placer Plague there, aka Talus.
He
shows up week after week.
Yes.
Running Virtua Fighter at Wednesday Night Fights every single week. And he's been grinding and playing that game so much. And he actually, I was talking to him, and he was surprised that he made it in the top 16.
Is that so?
Yeah, and I just said, dude, you've been playing so much. And he's like, yeah, it really helps.
I mean, of course. But yeah, I'm always impressed at his community efforts. He doesn't post on Facebook about it. He brings it to everything. He brings it to not just to Super Arcade, but I saw him doing some good work at SCR.
Yeah,
with it.
He was running the tournament there.
Yeah, definitely. He puts in a lot of good work. Shout outs to 9th places Wolf and Wolf. Yeah.
Dude, that's the character I totally played in this game.
No way, really? You guy.
Totally. Because he was Zangief, dude. I was
that's why
I right. Because he had the freaking God, what was that move called?
The Giant Swing?
The Giant Swing, dude. And that was all I cared about. So I just wanted to hit people with Giant Swing.
I did used to play the game. I mean, I haven't really kept up with it in the last several iterations, but I played a lot of 3, actually.
I tried playing 2, and I was terrible at that game. I was really, really bad at that game. So I just couldn't I couldn't understand it at the time. And it's really interesting. I was having this conversation. So, you know how Gerald, when he came on the show and told us that the game was about taking turns, right? Like, I never quite understood that whole concept, and Street Fighter is not about that at all. It's about constant pressure, right? I was actually talking to Perfect Legend, and he was actually saying he's used to 3D games, so he's been transitioning over to Street Fighter.
Yeah.
He has this tendency that whenever he blocks something, he feels like it's his turn. And it just doesn't work that way in Street Fighter. So it's definitely interesting to hear from both sides that it can be kind of confusing, this concept, going back and forth between them.
I imagine. Although I'm surprised to hear that he thinks that, because MK9 was not like that.
Yeah, but I mean, his main game was DOA for a long time.
Oh, sure.
And he's always been good at like the 3D games as well. So I'm pretty sure he has a stronger background in those games. So
first place was 3,000. Second place was 2,000. Fourth place 1,200. Fifth and sixth were 1,000. Seventh and eighth were 800. 9th through 12th got $500, and then 13th through 16th got $400. So they paid all the way down to the top 16.
That's
I think that's
really
so
good,
great.
Dude. Top 16, you get $400.
Oh yeah, I think that's amazing.
That's really good.
I'm really happy to hear that. So I hope that you watched that. It was on Level Up Live. I'm sure that the archives are still there. They'll probably put that stuff up on YouTube as well.
For sure. And shout outs once again to Sega, continuing to sponsor. I mean, that's kind of the same thing of the publisher.
Yeah, we probably should have put this in the last segment thinking about it now.
Yeah,
we're doing it because it's one of the tournaments that just happened. But yeah, I mean, this was the thing that they do that is similar in some respects to how Nintendo and Smash are going to be doing things in the future. Let's talk about also something that I watched a little bit of, which was Too Old, Too Furious. Yeah. Did you catch any of that?
I did not watch it, but everything that they have, like the logos and the ads and the trailers, they've all just been so good.
It's genius. A lot of that stuff is genius.
But I did not get to see any of it, so I mean...
Okay, I watched a bit of it. So it had Super Turbo, it had Street Fighter Alpha 2, it had Street Fighter EX2 Plus. I never really paid attention to EX games, so I'm not sure. And then CVS 2. Capcom.
I heard the Alpha 2 results was a travesty. The guy who won first place, I heard it was just like
it doesn't make any sense at all.
I guess anyone could win tournaments.
I know. I wish I showed up there.
Yeah. Shoot, now I guess I can't talk about me winning tournaments before, because obviously now anyone can win a tournament,
right?
According to the Alpha 2 results. So
actually, I just realized that I got the wrong link, not the the actual.
Okay.
So hold on a second here.
Yeah, no problem.
Definitely
trying to grab this. So, I believe it was Mars Gotti who qualified for Street Fighter there, correct?
For ST, yeah.
For ST, yeah. So he qualified there. He's a very strong Guile player.
Yes.
Super Turbo, so super happy to see him getting there.
Okay, so I know who won Alpha 2. It was Raph.
AKA DS.
Yeah.
Dude, after he won, I just saw my Twitter feed blow up of everyone going, oh no, I can't believe DS won a tournament and stuff.
Nah, congrats to that guy.
Shout outs to him. No, yeah, absolutely. We're just ribbing him, so.
Yeah, for sure. So ST was won by Mars Gotti. Second place was Chris Doyle. Rizwan got third place. That's awesome.
Sense. Yeah.
That does make sense. As far as EX2, Min won it. Nice. Apollo got second place. EMP Hero got third place. Then in Alpha 2, like I said, DS won the whole thing. Second place was Washed Up Scrub. That's so great that he goes by that name. And then Hardbread got third place.
Washed Up Scrub is more. I'd prefer to refer to him as OG Flash. There you go. Yeah.
That makes sense.
The true Flash.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely.
No, actually, when I was in New York, I actually got a picture of them in a comic book store of both Flashes holding a Flash figure from DC, trying to wrestle for it. Yeah. But anyways.
But good job to DS. He somehow managed to win an Alpha 2 tournament with Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Kind of off the wall, but.
With Chun-Li and Alpha 2, yeah.
CVS 2 was won by Cali Agent. Second place was Quasi, and then R. Sigley.
Yeah, and shoutouts also as well. Miller Time actually made it out there too.
Yeah.
We had her on the show for ST that one Adequate Adventures Day.
Yeah.
So she was out there, so she was actually hanging out.
She actually got tied for 13th.
Oh nice.
Man, so Kroos got fourth place. That's awesome. Guy I used to play ST with in the East Coast all the time. Arturo got 5th. Harlem Hero also got 5th, and tied for 7th were 6 Buttons and K.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I really like that they're still doing that stuff. Those games. When I was watching it, people kept talking about how people were showing up who they hadn't seen in forever. And people showing up with gray hair and all sorts of stuff. Like, seriously,
Dude,
that's what they're...
This really is the Too Old Dude. You cannot get a better name than Too Old.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah. That's great.
I think it's so cool. You know, people still play the games. Certainly, you know, we still play ST. It's still one of our favorites.
Oh yeah.
And, I still love Alpha 2. You're an Alpha 3 fan. CVS 2 never goes away. So.
Yeah.
I guess I'm most impressed that EX is in there.
Dude, it's like coming back in
It seems
vogue.
like
So weird. And I still want to do the DHC.
You should do it.
I do. I have it on my list of things to do every weekend.
Do it.
Every weekend. And it always feels like it's going to take longer than it really does.
It really does.
Yeah, it doesn't take any. It just takes however long it takes to watch it, right?
Pretty much.
And then you just edit it
An
together.
extra 15 minutes, yeah.
Which you just click go and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need to do that. So yeah, but hopefully soon.
Okay. Let's move on to the next thing that also happened, which was King of New York.
Yes.
B-League side.
Mm-hmm.
This was, as you recall, a tournament to get into.
They're basically copying Japan's Topanga League.
Right.
So there's always the B League and the A League, and and the two highest placers of the B League make it into the A League.
Right.
Now, normally the two lowest placers in the A League then have to fight to keep their spot in there. But since this is the inaugural one, they only put 6 people in the A League in the first place, and are just having 2 people fight for their spot in there.
Right.
So.
So let's see. I wanted to bring up who's in A League, but it's not like immediately apparent. So
A League, I believe, is Sanford, theoretically Dominion, Smug, Zeus, Rico Suave, and Arturo. I think those are the 6 guys.
Did you just name 6 guys? Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Good job to you.
Yeah. I'm really interested in this thing, so yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Sanford, Dominion, Smug, Zeus, Rico, and Arturo. Okay.
Look
at you.
Go.
Ah, look at you.
There you go.
Congrats. Yeah, joining them. So the winner of it was EMP Hero, Jerron.
Dude, that's awesome. Jerron is seriously one of the coolest guys. Like,
very nice guy.
Super awesome guy, so I'm super happy for him.
Very nice guy. Very introspective.
He's another one of those guys who's like a huge fan of like Alpha 3 and Vampire games and stuff like that. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. So
second place was actually Chris Hu.
You know,
Oni.
I'm just gonna say this. I don't know why he's not already in the A League.
I actually totally agree with that.
I don't know why he's not already there.
I'm with you, dude.
But I think they wanted a B League tournament to go in there, but I don't. It's like, I don't know. It just seemed weird to me that he wasn't automatically included. And I know a lot of.
I'm sorry. Did I totally get it backwards? That Chris Hu won.
Oh, he did win, huh? So Chris Hu actually won. Oh, okay, because it's listed him as
on
number,
SRK.
Yeah, it's listed him as number 2. Yeah. But
Excuse
I
me.
don't know why he wasn't in there in the first place. That's all. I'm just gonna say that to the New York people who picked the 6 players at the top. So
yeah.
You know, Chris Hu has been doing this for a while. He's been amazing for a while. You know, I'd like to think that he would have gotten. I mean, I honestly said that there shouldn't even have been a tournament. They should just put Chris Hu and Aqua Silk in there because that just would have been perfect, right? But
so it was a tie. People are saying between Chris and Hero.
Okay,
but I didn't get to watch too much of it. But what I did see was like the one match I saw was actually Hero beating Chris Hu, which made these results make sense to me.
Okay, so they both went 6-1.
Okay,
they both
got
went
it.
6-1.
Got it.
But yeah, apparently, I guess getting to the B League tournament was like because obviously Chris. You know, most people know he does not come from a financially, a very strong financial background, right?
Okay.
So, but apparently getting to the B League, I guess I saw some people in the chat saying like was too much of a burden on him. So even though he qualified, he had to forfeit his spot. And so the 3rd place, which is Shine, is going to make it into the tournament.
Wow. So. Yeah, that sucks.
Or maybe he just didn't want to take it to prove a point.
I don't know.
Dude, I don't know. But yeah.
Apparently I should have looked into this a little bit more.
But yeah, Chris, shout outs to him. I'm sad that he's not going to be in the A League, especially since he qualified.
Yeah.
I mean, is he going to China? Is that what people are saying? I don't know, dude. Like
according to the chat, he's
every
going
time
to China.
we read the
He just
chat,
did it.
yeah, there's
He
like
just did it to
9
prove a
different
point.
things, right?
Yeah. Also, we're talking like a minute beforehand.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Like, this is not live. All that stuff happened a minute ago, and that's just how Twitch works nowadays. So.
Oh yeah, so it says it had nothing to do with money. Okay, then he did it to prove a point, and he's just going to be in China during that time.
Awesome.
Because I was about to say, if it was a financial thing, dude, I would PayPal him money to go to the A-League right now so he can body people. I would 100% do that.
So 4th place was Craymore. Lionheart after that. Coach Steve got 6th. Nick Hero got 7th, and Glitch was 8th. I think they did it in the Swiss style.
Yeah. Well, was it Swiss style or was it round robin?
Well, that kind of, it's not exactly the same, but like I think they did it. Yeah, they did it Swiss, right?
Okay.
So anyway.
Yeah.
That happened.
When is the A-League tournament going to take place?
I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about that story at this point, so I don't know.
Fair enough.
But I will wait about a minute to let you know when the chat tells us.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, dude, why is our fact checker intern doing so poorly?
Come on, intern.
Here? Man, you're supposed to be handing us better information than this.
I'm not looking at you, actually. I'm looking at the chat that's right behind you.
Oh, man.
Come on, folks. What was the question? Oh, when is A-League?
Right. Whenever it gets back. There isn't a date. It says there isn't a date. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Okay, fine. But I hope it happens at some point, not too far in the future, because I do really want to watch all those guys play each other.
Yes, and again, I think it's great. I love the whole concept of this tournament, because I think it's leveling people up so much. And
definitely some
talk about local rivalries. It's so good.
It is
so good.
It definitely is.
And all these players are super entertaining. You know,
Agreed.
I love watching a lot of these guys play.
Different play styles, very interesting guys. Yeah, totally. A lot of human drama involved. Mm-hmm. But I guess Dominion is still in France, so etc. Yeah. Hopefully that gets ironed out. All right, you want to take another break?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
Good.
Let's talk about other stuff.
We'll take a break so we can yell at our intern here.
Freaking intern. Get his butt kicked.
Yeah, exactly. All right.